INFJs, the rarest personality type in the MBTI system, make up only 1 to 2% of the population. They have a presence that's hard to ignore, but not because they seek attention. INFJs naturally carry an aura of quiet confidence, deep understanding, and emotional intelligence that makes them stand out without even trying. When people meet an INFJ for the first time, their reactions are often surprising, even to themselves. Some feel instantly drawn in, while others sense something they can't quite put their finger on. But regardless of the situation, meeting an INFJ is rarely just another interaction. Today, we're breaking down 6 surprising reactions people have when meeting an INFJ and why these responses happen. Let's get into it. 1. They feel an instant connection or an unexplainable discomfort. One of the first things people experience when meeting an INFJ is a strong emotional response, whether that's a deep sense of connection or a feeling of discomfort they can't explain. Why this happens? INFJs have a presence that feels both calm and intense at the same time. Their quiet nature draws people in, but their depth can also be overwhelming. Their eye contact is powerful. INFJs don't just look at someone, they see them. Many people aren't used to that level of presence in a conversation. Their energy feels safe and non-judgmental, making it easy for people to open up without even realizing it. How people react. Some find themselves immediately trusting the INFJ as if they've known them for years. They might share personal thoughts or emotions within minutes of meeting, something they normally wouldn't do with a stranger. Others, however, feel strangely uneasy. They might not know why, but something about the INFJ's ability to see past the surface makes them want to put up walls. What this looks like in real life. A stranger starts sharing their life story with the INFJ without realizing how much they've revealed. Someone shifts in their seat, nervously breaking eye contact because the INFJ's gaze feels too intense. A new acquaintance says, I don't usually open up like this, but for some reason, I feel like I can trust you. Key takeaway. INFJs naturally create deep emotional connections, but not everyone is ready for that level of openness. Some embrace it, while others instinctively pull away. 2. They are shocked by how much the INFJ knows about them. People often feel like INFJs can read their minds. Without being told, an INFJ might pick up on a person's mood, struggles, or hidden emotions with eerie accuracy. Why this happens? INFJs are highly intuitive and absorb emotional cues, micro-expressions, and subtle shifts in body language. They recognize patterns in people's behaviors and can anticipate their thoughts or reactions before they're expressed. They naturally tune into the emotional undercurrents of a situation, often sensing things that others overlook. How people react. Some find it fascinating and even comforting, feeling as if they've finally met someone who understands them without having to explain. Others feel exposed, as if the INFJ has seen something they weren't ready to reveal. What this looks like in real life. Someone asks, "How did you know that? I didn't even say anything." An INFJ casually makes an observation, and the person looks startled, asking, "Wait, are you psychic?" A friend suddenly stops talking, looking at the INFJ suspiciously, and says, "You always know what I'm thinking. It's weird." Key takeaway. INFJs don't need people to tell them everything. They just know. This can be deeply comforting or deeply unsettling, depending on the person. 3. They feel like they've just had a therapy session. INFJs have a way of making conversations feel deeper, more meaningful, and more revealing than people expect. Why this happens? INFJs are incredibly engaged listeners, making people feel truly heard, a rare experience in today's fast-paced world. They ask thoughtful, piercing questions that make people reflect on things they weren't even aware they were thinking about. They make people feel validated and understood without judgment. How people react. People often walk away from a conversation with an INFJ feeling lighter, clearer, or more emotionally open. Even if the interaction was brief, it somehow felt important. Some even joke, "That felt like a therapy session. Do I owe you money?" What this looks like in real life. Someone realizes they've talked about their emotions for an hour straight without meaning to. A new acquaintance says, "Wow, I wasn't expecting this conversation to get so deep, but I really needed it." The INFJ asks a simple question, and the person pauses, suddenly reflecting on something they had never thought about before. Key takeaway: INFJs don't do small talk, they do soul talk. Even casual conversations with them tend to feel therapeutic and profound. 4. They struggle to read the INFJ in return. INFJs can read people easily, but most people find it difficult to read an INFJ. Their emotions and thoughts aren't displayed as openly as others. Why this happens? INFJs are naturally private and don't reveal everything about themselves right away. Their facial expressions and tone are controlled, making it hard for others to gauge what they're thinking. While they help others feel understood, they rarely fully open up themselves. How people react. Some feel intrigued and want to figure the INFJ out. Others find it frustrating, sensing that the INFJ is holding something back, but not knowing what it is. What this looks like in real life. Someone says, "I feel like you understand me, but I don't really know much about you." A person keeps asking the INFJ personal questions, trying to uncover what's behind their composed exterior. A new acquaintance says that "You're really hard to read. I can't tell if you like me or not." Key takeaway: INFJs are open yet private, creating an air of mystery that leaves people wanting to know more. 5. They find themselves wanting to impress the INFJ. For some reason, people feel a quiet urge to earn the respect of an INFJ. Why this happens? INFJs have a natural presence that makes them seem wise, discerning, and difficult to impress. They don't openly judge others, but their silent, observant nature makes people wonder what they really think. They have high personal standards, and others instinctively pick up on that. How people react. Some suddenly feel self-conscious about their behavior, while others try to prove themselves in small ways. What this looks like in real life. Someone starts choosing their words carefully, trying to sound more insightful. A person suddenly adjusts their posture, wanting to appear more put together. Someone asks, "So, what do you think of me?" with a hint of nervousness. Key takeaway: INFJs naturally inspire introspection and self-awareness in others, even without trying. 6. They sense that the INFJ is different, but they can't explain why. Why people instinctively know that an INFJ is not like everyone else. Why this happens. INFJs carry an energy that feels calm, deep, and complex. They don't seek attention, yet people notice them anyway. They feel familiar, yet completely different, making people curious but unsure why. How people react. Someone says, "You're different, but I don't know how to explain it." A person keeps coming back to talk to the INFJ, drawn in by their presence. Someone later reflects, realizing the INFJ left a stronger impression than expected. Key takeaway: INFJs don't try to stand out, but their quiet depth and presence make sure they do. INFJs leave a lasting impact on the people they meet, whether they intend to or not. Their depth, intuition, and quiet presence make every interaction feel different, sometimes in ways people don't even understand. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever experienced these reactions? Which one resonates with you the most? Thank you for watching, and remember, your presence speaks louder than words.